Family, welcome to AYV Television on Channel 33. We also the broadcast online at www.ayvnews.com. We same also the stream live on we Facebook page AYV Leone. Now, so I welcome you to the very first edition of your favorite program, Hot Seat, the ad talk show where can get people in a public service for can explain what they do as part of their responsibilities and holding them accountable for ensure say then do what them for do for the development of this country. As always, me now a presenter Amadu Lamrana by the wish you a happy new year. This is the very first edition of Hot Seat for 2022, and this is a special edition. I know people and on the message me calls, they ask what they happen with Hot Seat. So, you know, during the holidays there's been break, and most of the people who can get now this show, some people get a break from the office and then they're out of country or out of town as well. So, but we don't come back. We start with the very first edition, and this is a special edition. So inside this program today, we can look at the major things that will happen inside the interviews that we do. Some of the most discussed issues, some of the most, you know, each programs them where people can comment the most on our Facebook page. We don't see them, we don't analyze them. So we therefore get bits of them as a throwback to what we do in 2021. We talk about governance, politics, as well as the fight against corruption, as well as, you know, the security sector and also civil society. So this is now over an hour-long program, so you get for sit back and enjoy them. But once we were announced inside 2022 this year, with a plan for see how we go get people them way una they suggest to win at this program. So we therefore they ask una for make suggestion who down one scene at the show. We go send invitation to them so that they go can at the show and answer questions them. What una self therefore they provide, so it will be interactive as well as we move along with the program. But once more, welcome to Hot Seat. This is the very first edition in 2022. And sit back, relax as we bring you a throwback of some of the interviews them we do in 2021. Some of the major, most discussed issues and individuals them we've been coming at this program. Continue for watch. We are chairman of Renaissance, and Renaissance was considered to be an independent body that advocates for change. So even the ministry, una project heads them, or the other agencies them, it's not reflective of the participation of women. Yeah,
but Lamrana, I can tell you about every project get women them. If you get 5
but this is from the chief minister.
Yes.
It wasn't from me.
Yes. It's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate that day when chief minister came to studio at the ministry, but the deputy minister of agriculture we go so that will be the head in agriculture.
Okay. Then what again?
If I begin naming names, meaning no,
but the chief minister understands. He knows.
Yes.
He sit down. He say, they're not there. You are not getting at the system. Even when I project them,
yeah.
Get to them.
Lamrana, like I say, I take responsibility. I apologize to young women them on that direction. And from that day when chief minister left na the studio, we left na that ministry. Every other thing we do, that component get for stand out. In fact, when they ask for 30%, now, even the grants they give, I say 70% for be.
Okay, so you don't commit to so,
I don't commit
so including women in your project. Them.
Oh, yes.
How about disabled people?
Always. In fact, my principal advisors them na the sector now disabled people them. The president appoints board members them na National Youth Commission. 60%, 40% of them are disabled.
Okay, now then they advise you.
Yeah.
Okay. We will come back to you quickly. We get a video for. You know, gauge the views of young people, specifically in Afriton. My colleague, now we report away, they report on youth issues. Christopher Keru been go around for talk to young people about the sector and waiting and think about waiting on the happen in the past 3 years in addressing issues of unemployment and other issues. Let me look and quick. We can continue the discussion.
Just watch somebody you say, I will you watch someone already another problem, now the good seats back to run this. And the government don't want for a free. The government. And I don't know what we need the government saying. I beg the part, and the bush skip park is gone this paper. They are help we no one, man, help we. I slave this, man, they are beg. Also, man supposed to lambu. Also, man supposed to go inside office. Also, man supposed to know. We are skip today, we are taking the survive far. Also, man supposed to go school. Now we are the youth now. They suffer now. We are not sick because I don't man they sleep. I don't sleep. No get side position. When the police they come, they can't harass man the back. Coffee time. They pull inside the kekere. They load inside the truck. What if for me so for lock we back? And then they go lock we for Nazi. Father na woman they get back for we. They go pull we back. Why the country for the sobo? How for the soap?
Okay man, thanks.
Amadu Lamrana, my name Abdul Adebuk says. We then support the young people celebrate nothing day tomorrow. I go think say na right thing and better go Canada country.
Okay.
Because you can't go sit down so you don't get work, you don't get this, that you say they drag. Then can't plan day for go celebrate and all that thing. But now the right thing, we able to celebrate. Right now, wow. They're not able to pull green. All man say pull green and let them have a job. Let them employ. You need for employment then at the job. Let me I can me the guy. But as time go on right now, I don't get hope. If I hope they pass how many weeks I hope now. But it go better back for them count any job for me. Because we are man there any kind of work we able to. For let the government turn so we for let them able to help young man there. Because right now, it's not easy. Any kind of job, it's not a bad job. And so also I know say yes. I guess we started to go collect me out. Yeah, only one yes, not too much. I didn't think they want the government go to think about we.
Okay.
The government they are. I didn't think they would think about look we. But who work no day only sit down. How forget anything. Look youth man then they around.
Okay.
Any work self, any employment. So big guy look at that drive, keke, any kind of work now. And so much love them and so much. Get people there for give.
My name is Fode ACC. I do for to have them well. In a good idea way at least in our country for celebrating because in other way the world is celebrating. So for 20 country the worldwide for celebrating International Youth Day. The girl at least we use man for in our country we therefore so happy that the country use man get at least an employment because all that will make use man willing and happy at the country as a nation. Understand? Okay. So like where the youth get more employment in the country. So they go happy. Okay. But the youth now in this country, for now, employment not there for the youth that the country understand. Country youth people not get employment. So all the things the government for looking some, the government for the youth employ youth because youth affairs at least they know they improve people. But as time goes on, the government will look into that and care about the people, the youths and the country. Because youth employment assistance are one of the best, most at least outstanding way the good as in worldwide. Because any country so far, the youth that will make the country be strong enough. Yes, now they support the government. No, my own perspective down there. I don't know how you see down there.
Oh, yeah.
My name Arab. Well, I'm not saying it's not the country. I'm not seeing the moment for it. Why is young people are still so far? I'm not saying it's so when you the people, the big one don't do for with the young one there. Or neither the youth. And think about with the youth yet. Okay. So we not keke rider there. We are around. We so far. No one are waiting. They keep for we. But the need for transform with young more. The need for transform with the young one there. Because I know with the young one, we suffer. But cool, they suffer. We don't divert, sweep and work. So we need for transform with. We need for council, job, facility, so that we be able to sustain for ourselves. No job not there for youth man. No job for youth man.
Well, na views them of young people and na free tongue, Mr. Minister.
Yeah.
Jobs. The other guys say even the way they go they get their hand too much. Because they get people, you know, they get people that will depend on them.
So, Lamana, also we don't get them wrong, we'll go back there. Yeah. There is no way you can transform a nation if you don't build the human capital. Education used to be a privilege of this country. Today, it's civic right. And if you get a population of this nature, get the youngest population ever before, and no longer don't make provision for, like that young man say, go school, you sit NPSC, you sit Becker, you sit WAS, not free. And like I say, if we don't build our structures there, now you get more people that go school now than ever before. You understand? If we don't create a platform 10, 15 years ago, they like today, then young man and they will believe say they'll come free home and can do things like this, you know, for that happen. If we don't create that platform, also young people achieve them level, district level, forget that trust, forget that self-esteem and believe say, I can't make them na they know will come to the city. Because now when you come, you can catch up with the reality of the city. And the other thing again, we're not favorable, but you listen to one of the speakers and they tell you say, then they can't always. Yeah, the laws themselves not friendly for we young people. Yeah, because if you the ride keke, the ride bike, not so you want to ride that bike. Now you get people where they live now like where they
the other
person. At the point of where they get out of the person, where you move. Sometimes police hold you, sometimes you traffic lights and bug, then they hold you. Yeah, me you know say if they go to police, they say Billy safe. At the start, you know get something, and when they send you go jail, we don't even get alternative form of punishment for people of that nature. And when a legal hustler of that nature, you send them go mix them with criminals, hardcore criminals. When you come out,
it's on criminal.
It's a criminal or society they found out. So in all of that, in the youth athletics where they do so, we get a $3 million project where we focus on agriculture, we focus on reviewing the instruments and we focus on sexual reproductive health, education and information. So if the level of tractors, the level of attention we don't give to agriculture, we don't do it before, that may bother enough if we don't come here and that come. If we don't create that one district, one TVET center, that may bother day, instead of Canada City for them decide to like go land work. If we don't create that mindset of young people for think productively, rather than celebrating mediocrity over the things the norms and values they for celebrate, you know for come that way they day. If you tell me say they live my life for me, that man they know to just know it on you too. He's not 15. Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah, it go down there around 28, 30. If we don't create that kind of structure for them, we are still not yet there. But we know they also been there.
One of the guys mentioned the issues of drugs, you know.
Substance abuse.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of talk about the use of kush, young people getting into drugs, into a lot of things same way, you know, they ruin their life.
Yeah.
How much are you doing, you know, where they lead them to violence as well? How much are you doing as youth minister for address the issue of substance abuse, the proliferation of drugs in the country and alcoholic drinks, same way they destroy young people them as well?
Yeah, Lamana, the government, they don't pay so much attention now on the use of substance. I'll tell you, these are just generational things where we suffer because it gets young people now than ever before. And social
then
media,
they use them more.
Social
They're
media,
using a lot.
Yeah, because they're not Boku before. And one of the reasons then we believe say they really lead to that one day opportunities. If you get opportunities, you believe in yourself, me you not go drink, not go take substance of that nature. You understand? Because young people will not be don't prioritize them as we are doing now. You have donor partners. We'll get all the partners in 21 age, we'll get all the partners and they sit down with them now, change the mindset, give them the opportunity where they're supposed to get. Go FAO. You go Kono, the amount of fish ponds and the amount of support to agriculture. Go Minister of Agriculture, AVDP. You go get youth contractors and where they support in agriculture.
But we see like that a lot of young people involved in substance abuse and drugs and abusing it, and you know, then you see a lot of violence, reported violence.
Now, when you come to the city, they can catch up with the reality of life. The best way for give the shock for young, reduce migration from rural to urban, now for empower young people them at community level, which is not that we do now.
Okay.
Agriculture, TVET. As I speak now, on a UNDP we get a project so they train young people EBK University don't win the bid, where we go for bring them together, train them and give them package.
Okay.
You understand? So what we see now, things they don't go bad for long. For let we set them. Now me a unit, whole society issue, me a unit for change. We get the leadership now than never before. You understand? We get the partner trust now than never before. But even the parents him, Lamana, you don't see mama they go spend for him picking for do things and way. So that we're not correct. We say for parents need for take ownership. Say I have a role to play for the picking come better. Even they talk them with the things the way you parent them, the picking they see the parent they do, it affects you. This very group was so. Then come to the city, we can look for opportunities.
Some of them are them born them boss. Some of them we have friends, we have people we know, friends in communities.
Most of them, I can't fit on.
Yes, me na Kisimi born.
Yes.
Kisi Shell, na they are born.
Yes.
I know a lot of people
Yes.
who I grew up with, friends who drop out of school.
Yeah.
They're into drugs, they drop out, they're not doing
Then
anything.
take to heart.
Yes, so not to everybody when they come on at the provinces, they're into heart. You get a lot of people who are born now back, when they able move out, like you see opportunities they're not there, then stop.
Then take to heart.
Then
take to heart. Then take to heart. Try the people in the drop out of school.
Is it about take to heart on our opportunities and not there?
They're not be done there, and now we set the foundation, and now we create the enabling environment for them able to achieve their potentials.
Okay.
If we don't do it 10, 15 years ago, the kind of structures will build now. If you go take, like that World Bank report, the World Bank sent $20 million, $40 million to Minister of Youth. You understand? If that money that get now, yeah, and create any kind of structures that we create, say the youth and fishery, add like another 500 boats.
What assurance you want to give the young people in there?
Yes, the whole thing, life, you get a role for play. Being young is not permanent. Yeah? And society don't find out. A lot of things that nobody worked for you before. But let me go back to the TRC report. Let me go back to the TRC report. If you go to the TRC report, it will tell you, say, you get more young people will be involved in the war. I mean, minors. These are most of the people in today we don't turn youth. You understand? The UN come, then disarm them people and they physically, they not disarm them mentally.
Okay.
They never,
so that they'll get a lot now where they think say not get job,
the DDR program, not try for be. They even train people tailoring, they do some training. None of them they don't get a certificate. You understand? So even if you apply for job, DDR we don't train you before. You apply for job for driving or for machining. No, we DDR been trained, we don't do this. Then go ask for the certificate. Now only now we did not say. When you learn something, you don't forget certificate for that.
You said that when the president traveled now for a reason, no, but the contention has been the number of people he's going with. Yes. Let me read this quickly. Where you were on Purpose in 2018, the first press release where you signed, possibly one of the first one. You say one-day presidential working visits to Dakar, Senegal on Tuesday, 10th April 2018. And the end of that press release, you say, in line with His Excellency President Brigadier Retired Julius Maada Bio's strong determination to curtail government wastage on overseas travel, there will be 8 members in the entourage of President Retired Brigadier Julius Maada Bio to Senegal. Now, we tell you most people when they go. Why not stop for tell you most people when they travel with?
Like I say, travels get own complexities. Okay, there are times where the travel numbers can fix. Okay, there are times where we can travel without somebody don't go ahead. So it depends.
But now they know how much people that they go with the president.
Definitely.
So why not they tell the public?
So for we. As much as we can, we try for be transparent. You understand? But the point where we make for the travel, now that when, for instance, we go Washington, okay, and now GP, Global Partnership for Education, okay, based on the meet with presidents get with them, they can make we probably get eligible for up to $40 million. Okay? Now, you go tell me say that kind of trip they will go to Washington for that engagement, and that returns they will get. You understand? That worth the travel for go.
No, I don't think people are questioning president in travel specifically. Say he's a president, he should travel. People have been questioning that. The number of people away then at the president delegation, and we are not they tell people. You started telling people, and you're not telling people again.
So now, waiting no more. You go know, or I know say in a fair-minded somebody. You go know say. How the former president be to go with delegation them, musician, this person, you know they again. You understand?
How we gonna know? So, they tell we.
You know, they again, because,
how do we know? How do people know when you say the try to be very transparent? How do people know when you don't tell them?
So people know by when we go out, most of these things, they are televised. But also, we are taking pictures.
As a person within a president, where they work with presidents, I hardly see him in pictures. I know he travels with the presidents because of the work way they do. But I hardly see him in photos.
But
so that's not a way for justify the president.
So, but you also know, say, there are people that will be travel. You understand? When me and you know, say,
no, but this is what you promised to address. So how do we know that you are not traveling with musicians, you are not traveling with people waiting for travel? Well, they tell you started by I just read the press release where you issue. I just read it.
No, Lamrana, because you need to see any kind of public display of those people. Because you know, say, me and you know, say.
So what if you not tell them, say, no, you can't for take photo?
No, Lamrana,
how do we know?
No, Lamrana, me and you know, say, somebody like you, where you want the information, you get her, what can I say on her? Now, if you don't tell me, say, Keke, this go na UN or na travel XYZ.
No, I saw a lot of people. I would know. I saw a lot of people. No, I saw a lot of people. If I've been know much people when they travel, then I see excess. Then I go ask you, say, why the number passes. But again, to the point, you started telling people, and I just read what you say. For control wastages and let the people know being transparent and all. Why you stop for tell people? Why? It's our money. Why are you not telling us?
So like I say, we not stop. Travels get young complexities.
Yeah, but when they know most people they go.
Yes. But then what normally happens is that so how normally it happen, these kinds of presidents, meticulously the president, every name where they inside it, that naming and somebody forgets function.
Okay.
Because I know of people many times when they go to president, they go, no, this person not go for play. Man, come on. This person go for play. He's doing it not because of something, you know, like somebody, but he's doing it because everybody where they travel, where they go, per president trip. This is not possible for go add enormous value to the trip. So back to your question, where we think, say, you understand that we get straightforward travels them, we not get any much complexity, people not go for go ahead like the other thing, we go always get the numbers.
Okay.
You understand?
You know the numbers. I know.
No, I tell you, say, we can
but
always...
like Harvard, you know how many people the president is going with.
Lamrana.
You know how many people they've paid for. So why not tell the public that this is not even a trip we're paying for? Harvard is buying tickets for the people.
No, but Lamrana, listen, this is the presidency.
Yeah, no. So, but the presidency, you cannot take transparency away from the presidency.
Lamrana,
you started it.
Lamrana, hold on. You do the wrong commentary.
No, it's not commentary. Keke, I'm banking on what you started.
Yes, but I don't answer your question. I tell you, say, each travel what they do get young complexities. And because of those complexities, where it is necessary, we try as much as we can, you understand? For the numbers, give figures and run and stuff then there. Where we think, you understand, because of the complexities and implications, you understand? For other reasons them, you understand? Those are figures we not can say. But the point where they make now is that are there people that within the delegation who they travel unnecessarily? I got to say under the administration, no. You know,
see, the president's been there out of the country. You know, he went to the UK where he attended the Global Education Summit. You know, he was part of the people that we discuss the issues. Then from there we see he go Turkey. Also, I meet with the Turkish president. In all of this, Mr. Minister, you know, when the president came first, where been they travel? Government will announce the number of people the way they go with, who they go with, how long then they take and when then they come. Why did that stop?
Okay, so what's your suggestion?
No, I'm asking. I'm not suggesting. I'm asking why government stop that. Government be tell we almost people then are the president as part of transparency.
Yeah.
Almost people then are delegation.
Yeah. I got to a point. I really think say I know this for a fact. Sierra Leone, all they travel abroad. So they okay, sorry, we can look like offer when I go to meetings. So then I'm the one and they pay for. So I just imagine, should I fall ill here, drop dead? They'll have to do SOS announcements. When you look other countries and the delegations, they already said. And not to say now we are the poorest pass, they don't even go there.
Yeah, no,
not to win the poorest pass in country, they do.
The economy.
No, not to win the poorest pass there.
In the new manifesto, in New Direction Manifesto, government clearly...
Which I also participated in putting together.
I'm sure you know of that line. Where
So let's make
how
much
money the past governments waste on
No, so calm. If, for example, a minister travels abroad, yeah, you are not saying take your whole village along. But I really think, and this is something I feel really strongly about, I just imagine you drop dead in a public forum, you are not accompanied because you go alone, your country does not have money. But
we get embassy now, some of them countries.
No, some they not get where they go. So some they not get.
Some, if not most. But
some
most
not
of
get.
The countries they own, they
no,
go,
so long agree say it happen, say you not get embassy.
Hello, agree say it happen, get embassy.
Yeah, it was still a disaster. Sometimes by the end they call the embassy this that. Let's leave that for another day.
But the understanding is the embassy can give you support in this situation if you're traveling to a country.
It's clearly a problem. So this country now they go.
So are you justifying that we should be traveling with more people?
We should be traveling with some people. I'm saying, look, we go like
so
this.
It's nothing about expenditure, how much money we get and how much we spend.
No. So we should be focusing on cost-benefit analysis. I have been abroad. All and say how they talk about free training, yeah, for set up the national SAT, all that in all the hardware, all the waiting multi-million they go into. What na conference no more go. Two people there. Okay. Now 2 people there go. That's it. Because now they pay, not all we pay, not all alone government pay. So I'm saying, you know, someday we get carried away with unduly focus on how much they spend. We not look at the benefit, the returns. Okay. I think that the returns then, President Bio's travels have yielded executive outcomes for this country in many occasions, all of the occasions. Okay. So that is what I think so for focus on.
Again,
he has a lot of appetite not to misuse this country's resources.
The initial question was, government was telling us about how many people they travel with the president, and government stopped. Why?
Well, government will always advise on a need-to-know basis. I am saying, as a country, we remain very transparent. We remain very accountable to our people.
If you are telling us and you're not telling us how much people the president...
Well, that probably fell between the cracks. So if you want a return to that, I hear you.
Okay.
I hear you.
Are you assuring us? But why government stop? Why government
Well, it probably fell between the cracks. But if it's a call you are making, we will see what we can do about it.
So could it be that president don't travel with people they will not know, and sometimes even travel with people we know relevant in delegation?
Well, I don't know. The president, you know, so the president not to travel with anybody who not relevant in delegation. Anybody,
how will we know where we don't know that they go it?
Because you voted him on the basis of his integrity on their issues, and so he cannot lie. He's sworn an oath, right, to do the very best for this country. So anytime he does that, he has the best interest of this country at heart. Okay. Yes.
We get Dr. Sylvia Blido. They can discuss still issues around governance and politics. Quickly, let me watch this video. Usai, former President Kuma, address members of the APC. Then we can continue the discussion. APC. You know what you make at the show now, all the money? All them problems here at this party, now they were responsible. If after this convention, anything go wrong, believe you me, SSF, I go lead a jihad
we can vote against any other man. Because the party don't tire, no go so. When I don't tire, no go so. When I don't have problem again, no go so. Do you want to take?
President Ernest Bai Koroma been the address members of the APC na the party office na Makeni side them gets the emergency conference on some months ago or so where the court be ordered them forget. Dr. Blyden, you know Munku politician? Do you consider yourself one as a party chairman? You know which kind of politician?
Me na Wheezy Week politician. Wheezy Week.
Okay.
Wheezy Week politician, a politician when what you see is what you get.
Okay.
In contrast to Dakadeke politician. Dakadeke politician.
Who Dakadeke now?
Yeah, Dakadeke politician, a politician way not to Wheezy Week.
So who say former President Kumade, una party chairman, who say indi? Between Dakadeke, Wheezy Week and Munku, who say indi?
You know, President Koroma a unique politician. He gets unique traits. Them, he get the own show politics traits. He gets the hidden political attributes. Them, and he gets some traits that will make it not able for manipulate a lot of things them over the years because of their skills.
Who don't support Tampa? Things like there are these things you've supported him to do to manipulate.
Well, in politics, really, some things you enjoy the game. You know, it's then we talk one side say, well, this is a Calbante business. You know, you enjoy it, and it's a game.
Okay.
You know. Sometimes you see that no, this game here now, this is war. I'm not part of this game.
So you know I'm be part of a big
and
game.
you would protest that no, this is not. Sometimes you will protest privately, and then you find out say the private protest, the person still not listen. Then you go public with the protest, if not for the greater good. But in politics, most times you got to support the leader. Most of the time, you have to support the leader. But when the leader begin go astray now, the ship they go and sink, the train they can wreck. They used to have students inside, they still the clap. No, that is not.
Do you still consider, let me read this quickly. On October 23rd, 2020, you wrote on your Facebook page, you say, back in Freetown after 3 lovely days in Makeni City, during which I met stakeholders like my sister, the Makeni Mayor Sunkari Kabakamara. I also advised Makeni youth on how to monetize their ICT skills globally. Most importantly, I got to hang out with my big brother, the former President Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma, who graciously hosted me at his house for all 3 days that I spent in Makeni City. You still consider una party chairman, former President Koroma as your brother?
No way.
Not your brother again?
No way. There's no. I mean, come on.
Hey, how the family scatter?
Well, it was first of all his adopted brother. So adopted brother, not a permanent brother. I mean, it's like when they can say blood is thicker than water. That one is. You are related. The equity you do say you are relations. So, but in this case, this is somebody who is like you adopt as a brother, and you see that the perception that you had is not a perception that is worth continuing to call this person brother.
This is like 1 year ago where you call him brother. Almost exactly 1 year ago.
In 3 days.
So what's in scatter this relationship? What's in scatter this relationship?
Well, I'm not going to say waiting, but waiting them. There's a lot. There's a lot of things. And one of the reasons why I actually even, I mean, to say drive go Makeni. Of course, he invites me when I myself drive myself go there. Nobody not drag me go there. I myself go there. And one of the reasons why I went was because I was trying to like salvage, you know, if you have built a relationship with somebody for over years, it's not something you just say, well, just give up everything, and try to make an effort to salvage and see. And that was an effort along those lines. But what can happen now subsequent to that is you now realize that this man is under so much blackmail that he's willing to destroy the party and everybody.
Let's get something clear. Is he blackmailing people? Is that what you see?
He's under blackmail.
Okay, people are putting him under blackmail so that he could destroy a party. Is this about your ambition, that he's not supporting your ambition, or he's not ready to?
What ambition have I ever told him about?
No, you want to be president. It's very clear.
No? I've never said that the time is ripe for me to be president. Come on, to be president, there are certain things, there are certain structures that have to be in place. And I have never put any of those structures in place yet. You have the ambition, you want to be president, but it's not something you just grab today, tomorrow, and you're president. No, it is something.
Is this personal? Is it something personal between you?
It's not personal. Everything has to do with the democracy of Sierra Leone. That's the splitting point. You can, to my mind, and it is unfortunate I will have to limit the extent to which I can talk, because he's not here, and nobody not deny for defend them.
Everybody always gets opportunity. Everybody gets opportunity for defending themselves in this program.
No, he's not here. Nobody not deny when I'm spokesman, we're able to defend them.
Okay.
So it is unfair for me to go into nitty-gritty of it.
Okay.
What I can say is that when I realized that he is willing, because he's under blackmail, and I think everybody in a salon passed one the way hypocrite. But all man don't read the Commission of Inquiry reports. These are equivalent to High Court judgments. And every single one of the Commission of Inquiry reports indicted him. He's now appealing against those indictments. But the fact remains that they're equivalent to a High Court judgment. And he's been indicted for criminal activities. It's there.
Are you implying that he's corrupt? He's a criminal?
I'm not implying. I am saying what is in the report.
Or are you saying? You're not implying. You're saying.
I am saying this is now. Listen, a Commission of Inquiry report is now part of Sierra Leone's legislature. It's now part of Sierra Leone's judiciary. It's now part of Sierra Leone's executive. It is a unique entity that cuts across the three arms of government.
But this is someone you believed in. You walked with him. You believed him.
Hold on. And the report now cuts across the executive, the judiciary, and parliament. And so this is now a statement of fact. So this is not an issue of Dr. Blyden's opinion.
Okay.
If I'm your opinion, I will now limit my opinion until somebody is here to defend him.
Okay.
What they say now is a statement of fact. The Commission of Inquiry report, the three of them, the Bankole Thompson report, the William Anan Atuba report, and the Biobele Judge Will report, every single one of them, equivalent to a High Court judgment, seriously indict Ernest Baikoroma.
But there are people who've been indicted in that same report, who've been to the court, then win their case. The Minister of Finance now is one example, and other people.
Perfectly so, but until such time as they win their case, they are indicted. And the fact remains that as me and you see so now, now the 1 year this for me, Ernest Baikoroma don't appeal. No action has been taken yet to clear his name.
The Ernest Koma you know that you worked with as special executive assistant, that you worked with as Minister of Social Welfare and Gender, do you agree that he is corrupt, as alleged?
Well, he will have to go and clear his name.
No, I'm asking you, waiting you think. This is somebody you've worked with, you know him.
Well, one thing I can tell people is that they need to go and read those reports.
Doc, I understand. I understand the report. So I'm asking your own assessment of him as an individual, somebody where you work with, you served him.
We are speaking about a report here.
Yes, no, I understand the report. I'm not asking on the reports now. The report is clear.
Okay, it has been my opinion.
Oh, your opinion on it. What do you think about him?
I don't want to give any opinion on Ernest Baikoroma when he's not here.
No,
no, hold on, Amadu. Let me land.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't want to give an opinion on Ernest Baikoroma when he's not here to defend himself. You not get a spokesman I have to defend them, and then I can give an opinion. All I can do is make a statement of fact. And the statement of fact is what is in the report.
The former President Koma you worked with, is he an upright man, somebody that is not corrupt?
Once again, I will not be Lord. You not go force me. For can't talk about Ernest Baikoroma.
No, I don't force you for you. I just say your assessment. Like I go say, like somebody where you work with, you go say, no, that person has I get integrity. No, but do you believe he's someone with integrity?
I will not answer. I'm not go answer Any question.
But you don't call her names, and you don't say things about Anes Kuma. You don't call her jihadist. You don't call her. You don't say. You don't talk. No, I'm saying now you. Now you social media handle.
Get a professional program like
No, now you social media handle. I'm saying
you force me.
No, but what I'm saying.
Campwell, you program in professionalism.
No, I'm not saying. Not so. Another look. I'm just asking. Like say somebody where you work with, you go know him personality. You go say yes,
Amadu,
I know he's an upright.
A professional media program.
Okay.
I'm not going to say anything about opinion of somebody when not there for defending himself. I'm not going to do that.
So presently, what's your assessment of Anes Kuma as chairman of your party?
I'm not going to answer because nobody not there for defend them. So if I can't talk something just where nobody not there, it is unfair to him.
So the video will play just what do you think of our main statement?
Amadu, if nobody not there for defend Ernest, I can never give any opinion which might be negative because it's unfair.
No, I'm not saying you should say something negative. You can say something positive. It's allowed. No, but what I'm asking, what I'm asking as well is, he was addressing members of the APC in that statement. I've seen you tweeting a lot about that statement, around that statement. Waiting are your assessments or waiting are your reaction to that statement specifically?
Amadu, tweeting is one thing. Conducting a professional media interview is another thing. You get to realize, say, this is not a professional media interview.
Yes.
For me, I can't talk anything. I mean, tweeting is one thing. You tweet. Like
no, I'm asking you now as a member of the APC who watched your chairman and leader making a statement generally about the problem within our party. He called people and identify them. He said, oh, another problem then at the party. Then they play Munku politics. And he said, if they continue to do this, instead of go lead a jihad against them. What do you think as a member of this same party?
And as by Kuma no denaya, in spokesman no denaya, person no denaya for defend them. They can't say they can't tell you what I think.
No, fair. Doc, it's like you a mystic question. I'm not asking you for talk about Anes Kuma's personality. I'm asking about, as a member of a party, is your chairman, he has identified a problem. He say, now the problem, this is not the party. I'm asking, what do you think about what he say in statements, not about impersonality they ask you about, not so waiting. And Anes Kuma, who is Anes Kuma and what is he about? I'm asking about what you think about the statement about people and where you identify as the people who are causing problem in your party.
Once again, any attempt for tell you what I think about that statement by Munku and jihadists on a professional media program, where in all day is unfair.
Finally, Doc, what are your assessments? You know, many people looking Kaki ask them about President Bill. What are your general assessment of in leadership, the country status presently, economy, development, laws and all that, politics and governance? What are your assessments?
President Bill don't make a lot of mistakes.
Has there been progress?
And then mistakes, then are mistakes where it was difficult for them to get over them.
Isn't some of them mistakes here? You don't mention them for a very long time now.
The incident, me on arrest, for example, that's a huge mistake on his part. The arrest and detention of me, the way I was treated as a woman, that's a massive mistake we don't make. And I don't see how we go able to overcome that kind of mistake the way we make. The second one is the incident at the Pademba Road prison. The prisoners. And the way that issue was handled, the way the SIPP women's leader can talk, these are huge monumental mistakes.
Okay.
You take again the issue of, there's a lot of mistakes.
Do you think there's been progress apart from the mistakes? Has there been any progress?
Progress on what?
On, say, is leadership style, national cohesion, you know, developing the country, the free quality education. We just talked about the gender bill. And before we come on here, I just see tweets say, then go in a parliament proposed bill, we go allow dual citizens for you know, contest for being members of parliament.
Let me tell you what I think say they go on. I always tell people that President Bill is a smart man. And he don't realize he don't make so many mistakes. He's trying to make up for this mistake by taking what he thinks are populist actions.
Okay.
So, for example, this tweet where they talk about, me just see him, and I shake me.
Is the party concerned about the issues Sylvia has been raising? She's been raising a lot of them. Like you say, even before Una going to this Congress, even all the other court matters, she's been raising a lot of issues, has been calling on for the former President Nkrumah to step down in Tam Dondon for left and all that. Are you concerned? Is the party concerned? Recently, say go contest na Kailan or so, she wasn't allowed to be part of the whole process. Is it that they marginalize him, you're worried about him, or you're concerned about what she's saying or what she's talking about the party, or calling for accountability?
Nobody not the way not a open door for accountability.
But Sylvia is saying
our door has not been shut to accountability. But you know, in all of this, we deal with constitution. It is very clear. Your interpretation not means say we forgo by them. If this is what the Constitution say, if Constitution make provision for the chairman and leader of the party for select certain number of categories, now the Constitution make the of delegates. Now the Constitution make the provision.
Okay.
So you know,
is the party concerned about Sylvia?
We are concerned about any party member we get something way for raised. But we also know say channels then they way for.
And she has not been using the channels?
Of course not.
Ambassador Yansana recently pulled a press release where say they not meet with the big six, when a group of people where they aspire for big flag bearer. Say when I don't get a reconciliation, the party don't get a roadmap to reconciliation and unity. You see that happening within the party?
That's the biggest nonsense again. Now big six they get the party. If some of them say the man just want, you know, sell himself and position himself. Now big six get the party.
But they are stakeholders.
But are they the only people? The people then will get the issue like we African country, the way the case go court, engage a young man. When I try for reassurance, say you are sincere with this process. Get women they one and they right now get 3 court cases them. You know, if Sylvia is threatening to take us to court and our cases are very legitimate. So why can't we listen? It's about listening. It's about participation.
You think so going to survive all this?
To me, based on principle and based on sincerity. But that sincerity, I know they are not sincere. And Yansana is not sincere. Even Anes is not sincere. They are just playing mind games with the people. Now I make the young man accept the pin.
So you think Anes former President Nkrumah is not sincere at all? In all
the way it happened, because if you be sincere, this game done. A problem is only a problem if you identify and you acknowledge in a problem. They're going to do reconciliation.
So he's the problem.
He's part of the problem. The problem is
and he should
our
leave.
enemies are not outside; they are within the party.
And he should leave.
He should leave, and we should have an independent body, even an interim team. We will take us to a convention so that we will go ratify this constitution and do the lower election. Simple as that. Then from there, you will get legitimately elected lower level election elected executives. The people that will become very happy. If you get interim today, that party office they full up. People are sitting there, they're not going to other party, but they're not going to the office. This party big. How many times people they go there?
Okay.
Now very few people. Very few people. There are people, the party not even get money. The party is broke, it's shameful for talk. This is don't come up our government. The party is broke. But who are money, not the people.
Okay. Finally, Honorable, you get that hope of returning to power, you say with this
me
party,
as an individual?
You as an individual, serving in any capacity?
Me?
Returning to governance, yeah.
Seriously? Like seriously? My home. Is it your woman? This go where I go so, Ma'am Lamrana, I wish you be there with me.
You still want contest for BMP?
No. I support the MP in any form for making it actualize with himself one. Now make you know they see me, they criticize nothing. Because she has one, I don't do analysis on all myself. And Papa will come, the go there, the Abuja will come, and the lady will come. She has better opportunities than all of us. I was in opposition once I was an MP, but because I was very vocal and very articulate, now I make able care the free health care go there. I make the government be renovate the Nixon Memorial Hospital. Now I make begin to make plans to go there and build a lot of schools and health centers. Even when I was in opposition, but today she belongs to the ruling party. She's very close to the first lady. In husband, when Jimmy Batilo, you know, Songa, they go for the chairmanship, very close to the system at the end of the day, and she's the woman as well. So those 4 qualities, where it gets in a ruling party, it will able to do a lot. Now I can tell the people and say, una wait and give them a chance a little bit. So that whatever they come, they will go around them, put party politics aside. Now I make even way, how they call first lady go for go. distribute sanitary pads. Now Holy Ghost secondary way, you know, they go, and I was chairman, board chairman day, and I mean I'm the MP. When the principal invited me, I went there.
Okay.
And also to me, anything with a development, but that doesn't make me SLPP.
In what capacity do you see yourself coming back to power? You know, from opposition to power, or from leaving the opposition and joining the ruling party?
To me, the wish is everything as long as my people are happy. Because political
power... are your ambition?
Ambition, one for develop my home and making sure
how you plan for do that? Joining the ruling party, or you the wait stay APC?
I support anybody where they go.
No, I'm saying you as an individual. Will you join the ruling party, or you the wait stay APC kind of power?
Anything like now they talk so now. Any development where they go there, I they make sure say I harness the people for making them supporter.
Okay.
I don't go undermine them.
Okay.
You get me? And two, like Sawako, when I'm a board chairman there, the minister where did he, you know, lecture me at university, you know, he went to Holy Ghost Secondary School. I have a relationship with him. If we get for Sidor, me and the MP there with the paramount chief for me, we sign and push and advocate for development there, I go do it.
Okay.
Now the Nixon Memorial Hospital, we are meeting as
so you'll do developments whether APC or SLPP?
I do development whether APC or...
But if President Bio call you for serve, you'll serve?
If you called me to serve, in the best interest of this country,
you'll join him?
I would join anybody for help this country.
You got a lot of complaints from the main opposition about police heavy-handedness, how they need to treat their members them well and go arrest their members them and detain them. Police go do that. As somebody where don't they in opposition come into governance and you working at the ministry where directly they supervise the police. Is this something you're concerned about? Something you want to address their concerns?
Well, sometimes concerns then we actually genuine. These are concerns we look into. Concerns we actually meant for only create political hue and cry for create distractions normally and not can pay attention to them.
That in a one?
Nah, a mere distractions. Well, I don't know the specific concerns in terms of talking about police-handedness. I might not also know of any given circumstances society police. You talk about police being heavy-handed, we are not able for address.
They don't complain about the party office was attacked. That was long ago. They've talked about their members being arrested and detained.
Well,
they've talked about, they've released several press releases on that.
Nobody is a respecter. The law is a respecter of none. The only thing we don't do so far in terms of almost like a paramount chief. Sometimes where you now one person will stand for the truth in society. People even little matter with them for able to handle at their own level, they always want to bring them forward to you. So in terms of even providing strategic advice to my boss, I don't almost like even become a chief for even handle petty matters among parties them and all.
Okay.
Sometimes people they come before me, then think say because I'm an executive in the SLPP or because me belong to a certain tribe, I don't operate in those ways. When I sit in my official couch, right, dispensing duty from the national lens, I look at things from a sense of professionalism and also address issues from the sense of professionalism.
Okay.
Anything where go down they happen outside where they within the police in purview, we direct them to them and then get their own operational strategy for make sure say they handle that situations. So in terms of talking about police being heavy-handed, I'm not going to know of any specific situations, but I want to say if we as citizens become law-abiding, we'll not get any reason for let police go after we.
Quickly, you know somebody who is so far in the hands of law enforcement in this country. You were arrested, detained, taken to Pademba Road. What's your assessment presently of the Sierra Leone police, professionalism and leadership?
Well, I want to tell you, say, the job with the police is a very critical job, very critical. But in so far under we leadership, I want to believe, say, they don't try as much as possible for provide professional delivery, professional service delivery in terms of serving the people.
You say originally you are SLPP.
That's what I told you, I SLPP king. Anybody who went to I then power by them from Pujan Sulima.
Okay.
And because I joined ABC, a lot of my family people and even avoid me safe. Now I'll show you why I combat. When the elections happen, as I said, I stayed neutral.
Okay.
They look, waiting will happen. First of all, I refuse. Say I can campaign for APC. The amount of cost and force I receive.
For Muda?
ABC people.
Okay.
Cause and ward them. Boku. But me tell them, say, and I see repeat and tweet, me, I pay obeisance to my country. Hey, me until I wish I get track record, we all employees because me do not get. Pakabai regime, SLPP. In case you don't know, I don't know how old you are, but I should say young.
I know, I think I was popular with 96.2.
All right, good.
I was young.
Me, Pakabai regime, they don't arrest me. They don't beat me. And a lot of things happen to me. If you go on the internet now, you go see me where State Department of America, then report on journalism 2002 when I was there. Ibrahim Ziginshaw, Ibrahim Shaw. Siga Shaw.
Na chairman for...
Right, he write about me 2001 Expo Times. Because persecution I faced. All right? Reporters Without Borders protest at me beating. That was in 2000. Not a been in power. When Rebele Wanka invade Freetown, now me this lead the National Patriotic Trust Fund, we raised $31,000 in 3 weeks for defend the city of Freetown. So nobody abides anybody, nobody na this political world, be it APC or SLP, no get the guts where I get. I have stood the test of times and I will continue. I'm not going to be intimidated. Now I'll tell you why I combat. Since you want to know.
Yeah, the public self want to know.
Right, the public are telling now. When the elections happen, President Bill win, I stay neutral. In fact, I'm going to do some program away. I didn't even question some things away and not be like. Now, these are the events we follow. When I hear people and they say for born CID, I hear people and they say for kill the president. I hear people and they preach blatant and trenchant tribalism against the people when they may belong. If somebody say they can't burn me, if I know that person to burn me, I'll be affected. If I didn't say that, they go burn me.
Okay.
I go burn with fire. I have people preaching tribalism. I have people that preach against Southeasterners. I have people not talking about the country because APC is not in that power. Then I sit down to myself. I get one meeting named Margaret.
Okay.
I present to her this scene. I say, look, what's in the go on the internet? I see people they go and they cost president for no reason. The man get right for be president. That's when I decided that, you know what? One me party Mfali, a poor parable for me. He say the hottest part of hell reserved for the one who they see bad thing and say them out.
Okay.
I say, I cannot tell him. He say, Daddy, what you want to know? I say, I dey go support President because you know what? What is going on is wrong. What did they go on? Now, recipe for chaos. We don't need in this country. Like some of the way they cost so, they're young. Them they only hand the 10 way they work for them, they run for them. So they don't even know. Some of we feel the pinch of war. Some of me personal relatives were killed. Party them there where they die. So when I see people they preach the nonsense way they preach, say they because APC is not in the power. Now that tell me Titi Margaret, I say Maggie, I support this government.
Okay.
And I think I can make an impact. And thank God, since I begin 29. Just imagine, you know the story where broke the camel in back?
No, tell me.
That incident happened in APC office May 31. May 31, 2019.
Okay.
Where
after that court case,
where APC and unleash violence on the people of Sierra Leone. We all must see, the whole world see. That's when I changed I went and said, well, this is it now. I'll be done back before that 10 day. They know the
but that 10 day you can public now.
Now I can public now. Now they are for me People's Network.
Are you defending President Bio or you're a member of the SLPP? I
am not only defending him, I'm a member of the SLPP. In fact,
so you don't join SLPP?
Me not the PRO for the SLPP chapter in Maryland, United States.
Okay. So you don't resign from APC?
Long ago, so since 2019. 2 years ago, I don't resign. And this
what make you resign?
Because I just told you the terrorist and extremist policies of the APC incompatible with me.
But you know somebody will believe for they from within and change. Like when you join governance, why you know they
within the APC? Impossible. APC not even know. Because APC not even know that go was spend money or that go sweep the host even 10. I cannot stay in that kind of chaos. APC like you see they say things fall apart. It divided, if I use the word, if grammar can allow me, by division. So not about where me will go belong to. And beside, you always get for support. Who say you think say go prosper the country? Me not about me party, not to religion to me.
You not believe say APC go ever prosper alone? I
don't think so because APC has been taken over by extremists. I just tell you. Who don't go by APC? I don't know the cost my because
no. You friends the former president is still chairman and leader.
That's another wrong thing. He should have left. If I resign.
So why you know they from within and change things?
How can I don't tell you say APC not some people that were sober now they wanna.
So but no, the people that will be.
I can't change.
No, the same people that will be.
The same people that they tell you one the way the case man now for what they do.
The same people that will be the one and
no, not so they want them.
Nah, Anescoma.
They are just figurehead. Anescoma are just a figurehead, but you know that.
Yasane is still secretary general.
Yasane are just figurehead as a general. Who's expect where they all under the command? Who's expect? They don't command no effect. If that king where they all are ready for cost.
So why you not join NRM where they push for reform within the party and
NRM as well. No, me not see that like sober.
So you nobody in APC not sober. You get party then APC.
Oh, I say me best party in the world where I can confide in. Even as I talk, he go listen to me. He go listen to me. They my book.
So they all not sober.
I go say no in sober.
I want sober.
Yeah, him for him.
All the other one they
no, there are a few ones that are sober.
So why you know liaise with them on?
Because they're not in control. Anything they're in control of, you cannot stay there. For example, if you run our tabo to one capside, what you see make you begin holla, you begin this, you just sit down. You are not in control. ABC now so they don't tell like now both to one capside. I'm not going to be part of that nonsense. Where they right now the cost everyone cost imam. If this party is so honest, then go condemn them in the online, then go begin force.
Okay.
But even then get pastor imam then where they support them, but then nonsense and they. So that's why I will not be a part of. For me, I'd rather belong to the animal kingdom than ever join APC. Ever.
So if APC can apart again, you not go ever join them?
In fact, if APC can apart, for that, I might decide for go exile forever.
What's it make?
Because I don't like their policies now. They promote division, they promote chaos, and they hate President Biya for no reason other than the Southeastern. APC not believe in nothing other than tribalism.
Okay.
They don't believe in nothing. Say
if you get the opportunity for meet with former President Koma, what will you tell him?
That APC should stop preaching fanning the flames of tribalism. APC for stop.
I see you go McKinney. You know plan for visit. You know visitor. You know go
friend. I go visitor. We're not in the same camp.
Hey boy, he's your friend. He's someone whom you so believe in.
I used to, not anymore. Amanaba. Let me ask you this question. Sorry, I'm not trying to be personal. Now, one woman you don't keep from where you begin love.
Me not married man. I need to talk about boyfriend.
No, before you married.
No.
Well, that's the point. So you can't tell me say because I'm in APC I not forever come.
No. I know
the obligation not to Sierra Leone, not to party.
I know they say you not forever come out APC. It's your choice for join which party you want join. And they ask say you go McKinney, you not try for.
Okay, I not go to APC there. Although I go meet them and they get.
No, but former President Koma is a Sierra Leonean. He was your former boss.
I'm not interested in going to him, and I have a right not to.
You know I meet with himself.
Right now, no.
What do you make?
Because until he resigns from the APC as chairman, they may think you not to join the APC because I don't know SLP now can't pay.
You know the commodity.
Like Rock of Gibraltar. Hey, elect SLP leadership can say until I don't want you na SLP.
You know the agree.
I know the commodity. I know the commodity president. You know why? I want to let this country succeed. I don't want in 10 years' time.
Okay.
Same young people in 18, 19, the one who don't college back 25, 20 begin say, hey, we'll not get work. And I say President Biya dead on the course of bring jobs to people for make the lives of you people better. Okay. And that's the kind of person I would support. That's what me now. In fact, now first I elect before I elect the SLPP.
Is it that you as politicians from Kono have spent more time fighting each other than actually focusing on developing young people, on development or working together for the interest of the people, or is it about holding on to power or getting power?
I will take exception because violence or the we versus them has not only existed in Kono.
Yeah, no, but we talk about Kono specifically.
Yeah, Kono specifically at the moment.
Yes.
It has always been like that. I'm not a political historian, but reading a little from the political history, we've seen, I've also read about the we versus them. I think a case study will tell you about the T.S. Brewer and the Paul Dunbar. As it turns out, a typical case will tell you again about even recent names there.
So is this Honorable Emerson versus Alaji Samsumana?
That's not the case. How can we? We are the same case, man. Far be it. Speculative journalism.
No, I'm asking. I'm asking. I'm not saying. I'm asking you because that is, like you say, social media where you watch, where you read what's in the go on. It's a fight between you and some other people, some other factions, some people within your party even. So I'm asking if it's what's in our relationship.
Well, relationship cordial.
Well, last one I talk.
I can't remember now, but there are no issues. No issues because Chief Sansmana have been very lovely in the midst of C4C. happen for be one of the founder members of C4C because political party, anybody who don't start in the very first year will consider to be founder member. And I'll also tell you that leaving him or he leaving us last year or so has been very painful because we've enjoyed cordial relationship, close relationship.
And has divided the party as well.
All of a sudden, yeah, there is division. I cannot hide it away from you.
So is it the cause? Is it the cause? Is leaving and cause the division between una party?
Well, you cannot be far from the truth to a very large extent because the leaving strategy by then used, you will notice the way will be united, will be day. As you don't left now, the way the party did now, except I don't for be fooled, but the cordiality, the unity, the oneness is not that. But he's on political journey, mind you. That was the last word he told us even before leaving. That I am taking a political journey. And because he's on political journey, one assurance I can give you, C4C is here to stay structured, peaceful.
Will you want to see him come
focused.
back to the C4C?
That choice is his.
No, I'm asking you.
That choice is
no,
his.
if he makes the choice, to come back, will you accept him and in good faith?
Lamrana, I refer you to chapter 3 of Sierra Leone's 1991 constitution, specifically section 15, 16, 17, where you Chief Sam Sumana the right for decide in political life, for decide in religious life, for decide in association, etc., etc. And it's a second right there. Because chapter 3 can clear inside Salome constitution. And all I would say, I'm wishing Chief Sam Sumana law.
You now somebody we very recently, we all watch you raise up a lot of issues in Parliament. Concerns about how you've been moved from different committees. Concerns about how very recently, the interprets on standing orders in Parliament say you are not qualified to be part of one of the committees. Have you been a victim of this problem we talk about within the Parliament, the insincerity?
Yes, I don't be a victim of that.
Why are they doing that?
And of course, you see, say 3 years and not say nothing. I mean, I do one behind the scenes because I focus on the work where the people they elect me for do. It was not a personal issue. But when they make a common, I don't become a party, say, no, it do so well. And they only do that because that day, about 4 weeks ago, when they announced then committee, then they, in fact, a journalist raiser. The first person we raise a journalist through WhatsApp. He said, wait a minute. According to SO70, not to say for Bio, Dr. Yumkela, I know every name na any of them committee, waiting they go on. And we noticed that be last session. So in the same basis, the elders na me party and the leadership of my party say, no, Kande, this is not about you now, the pattern on the 3 years. We and you can talk, we know your style, you want to concentrate on the work, and indeed you know one create rank on a parliament and say, but we no agree. So they decided, the party leadership, NGC party, say, well, they write to the speaker now. Say, we don't observe anything now, and a lot of them aside and where you get decision-making power. And we see this one where you do last week. You announce then committee about woman no there, and we say, we get lawyer there, we sabi read. Then say, but not pattern. So then list all lengthy. So now that make it come.
Why should you be a victim of a parliament? You are elected to go and serve. You're a leader of a political party in a parliament. Why should it be? Is it because do you have an issue with the speaker? Is it personal?
Me feel say when I go ask the speaker, let him give your explanation and your own interpretation. Now. The fact is there is a pattern. Yeah, there's a pattern.
What do you think? You think it's personal?
Let's show we other people where we then at the same position as leaders. We treat the same way. Let's give evidence of that. This is not facts to fact now. Me party don't raise the issue. Let right way back say no, not true. You not move na 3 or 4 committees. No. Yeah. Let's show we evidence say yes, Unopula na the Pan-African Parliament. Pan-African Parliament, ECOWAS Parliament, ACP, we people then they did 10 years. Let's give explanation why. What's happened? Let's give we explanation. Say yes, I not received letter from him. Yeah, in September last year and November last year, where they asked me for help for print a bill where one bring na Parliament. Let him answer, and also let him answer why him believe right now. After 3 years, say yes, me not entitled for then a certain committee, so that when other people then see what he don't write, then say go use that same thing there. Say na so the law say and na so precedent say. So since the last speaker don't do one, Now, so we say for behave now. You never know. This nation, the youth population, very large. You never know if they can get 5-6 parties in a parliament back. And we get the responsibility for prepare the country for the future. You know, go say because it's convenient, very convenient. Say you ignore the others. In fact, you ignore one, you deal with 3. Because that's not the game now. You ignore one, you deal with 3. You make the law this way for one, then the other way say, well, because of so-and-so I left. No, it don't make sense. And I don't think and they will know one.
The speaker say he go reply to your party. But I ask now, as an individual, like you say, this is only happening to you openly as a leader of a party. You think it's personal? What's in your relationship with the speaker?
Let the speaker tell you now.
What's in your relationship with the speaker?
I mean, no say as of up to 4 weeks ago, we've been getting a good relationship. Now I'm not sure, but 4 weeks ago, yes.
So our relationship don't go back?
I don't know. It's not been there. Just can't see this. In fact, not today come. So you know, been there.
No,
so
but when you've been there, raise all the issues there. Say this they happen to you. It's systemic. You think say because when I get personal issues?
I don't know. That's when I ask her. You know, say me not in this country for long. The only time we me and don't day together, and I will serve na MPRC, and one day we no make plaba. Na MPRC, we in a been foreign minister, me na minister of trade and industry. So. Personal work, I meet back in a parliament for serve together.
And for more meet in parliaments, there is no.
No, I don't see you get any personal clash.
But why
of course, we don't disagree on some issues.
Okay.
And giving me own
personal
nature.
issues or issues?
No, policy issues. Now, policy issues. For example, me no please say I don't go round down, talk to them, write and letter. Say do ya? Let we follow within the Constitution, Section 108, and the standing orders SO 47 say. Say any member can do a bill and the minister then say can do bill, but before you bring the bill can lay in a parliament, then for gazette and for not less than 9 days. It's clear. And not to favor. Now me right. Why then the gazette? Let the public see. And the public say, who's going to Christmas this? Or where can a parliament? You can kill her. You understand? But for let it no gazette and let nobody no agree help, even when you go there over and over, you write letter, you talk. I believe it's wrong. Waiting do. Not to government no more, they bring bill. They elect we. Some of we are professionals. We are experts in our own rights. Or for able to sit down with other colleagues, write a bill. Other countries that you see, in fact, then they put bill them in people their name. That one day, they make you see posting from opposition, go meet in company, say, but we been a campaign, you been a talk about the environment. I want let to sit down, we'll get the same interest. Let we write a bill for protect the environment. So a big cross-party. The opportunity we may own bill bring was that, exactly. That it could have been, these issues I highlighted, could have been done by 4 political parties in parliament. And to God 3 years, I love you.
Oh, they can't talk about this bill, Jason. I get the synopsis already with me. But I want to look at, you know, how this to affect you as a member of parliament. I remember you also raised concerns about debating the audit reports. You've raised concern about that as well in parliament. Is it that, you know, things you raise, parliament isn't ready to look at them? Is it that you think, say, you're being victimized because you raise critical issues?
Sometimes there's some people not like the messenger. Sometimes there's some man not like the messenger. Debating the auditor general. Oh, no, I don't kind of show last year. All the other radios show them. And Section 119, so clear. But not to me one. Chief by could run in at that parliament longer than we all. He said, but now so the Constitution say, but and una ask the Supreme Court, any side where you doubt, the Constitution comes first. For let us see, 2021, people they twist that definition and say, hey, Papa God, let God help this country. If in with broad daylight, with intellectuals and like some of we, people they look weeping. They say this, you know white or black. And me move motion. Even when I meet and privately say, no, you not be need motion because of constitutional requirements. Well, now you they set the agenda for law talk in parliament. Put her on the table. It not be, but not to me one. Chief by Kuro, Honorable Tawana, enforced raise 2019. 2019, Chief by 2018-19 also, Chief by Kur, Honorable Mara, myself, others. You just see the ignore. Me and Cherno Majuba, leader of the main opposition, we do a letter to him. No response. On accountability issues, public hearings, no response. Me do letters on my own bill for Leone Gazette, no response. I mean, and other issues, you say, well, what's going on? What's going on?
You know, one person.
And let me tell you, you know, then when we study political science, they go tell you, out part of what kills governance is arbitrary interpretation of rules and laws. Arbitrary.
So that is what the speaker is doing?
The economists don't now interpret this way.
Is that what the speaker?
Because in good mood, I interpret this way. Me feel say, and this is why some of us are insisting, let the rulings be in writing. So it is recorded for posterity, and if we are not happy, we can go for interpretation to the Supreme Court.
Are you saying the speaker has been...
When they are verbal or non-verbal, in other words, no action, then something is wrong.
Are you saying the speaker has been arbitrarily, ruling on matters?
Well, in my case, I don't see any justification of all waiting a party list with the central. So Nadame could really want lady in writing. If we want, we challenge on a court, whether the court is independent or not, we don't know now. But at least let posterity know, say, look, way they interpret and this way people challenge them. So it don't mean saying the right thing. And we hope, say, the courts then say, see what's in America and the other place, the UK, we see them go Supreme Court. Supreme Court, no, they take 1 year, 10 years. Some matters, no matter of reading, interpret, so we go in at the record, we move on.
One party members of parliament, them we not support the process of the speaker, retrieving in properties them, where the state's been seized. Is that what has become personal between you and the speaker?
Una ask, I don't know. Una ask the speaker.
No, what do you think? You're in parliament.
No, I know I be mind reader. I know I be mind reader.
Has that affected your relationship with him?
Waiting all right, yeah. Waiting not correct, we all na God with afraid. Yeah. Na God with afraid.
When last year and the speaker
left to everybody.
When last year and the speaker talk?
Well, he not been there, so 4 weeks now, not here.
No, before he traveled.
Of course, formally in the parliament, they see each other. So, but I don't think, since he traveled,
there is nothing personal.
She don't talk it. No, I don't expect anything personal, but indeed, as an intellectual, as a former colleague minister, 27 years ago, me and a minister, we are colleagues in a cabinet. So. And himself, he be not be international civil servant. Me say don't be. At least, I believe, say, we've ordained a higher level of self-actualization now, where would they do things for posterity and for legacy and for the country. This is why, even in my own case, I know say me for be one of the people that would expect, say, that one they don't work in the systems. On a law consult time, even if we're not liking opinion. Law call on this meeting, law hearing, and sometimes he does that. Some other time, I go text her, say, I hear something they can agree or I no agree. I say, me I no agree. If I know the day, but my deputy go, but they send me opinion to you and the other leaders. You can overrule, but this is how I stand.
Finally, on this issue, as Parliament itself, Parliament we're in a part of, is it that Parliament don't feel for be accountable, even to you as members? Like you say, you don't write a lot of letters, you don't raise issues on a lot of things, you don't send a bill where you don't expect for leading gazette, they no gazette, and Parliament don't refuse for debate the audit report. Is it that Parliament itself not accountable?
Me go say, and in my own case, no more now, they in the spotlight because my party raise them, recently, I write an article, say, walk in our moccasins. Possibly where Susna and no side they pinch, not to so I don't know for the others waiting and don't go through. But if you remember somebody of my stature, now the country, my stature, now the country. If me they go through then struggle, who that na junior posse now we go say, me say they go write bill sena. If Dr. Yomkela no able get his own bill on top of table, I wonder if me go there. I guess if you didn't have the ruling party, all right. But that is not the issue. The issue is about governance, governance and the integrity of Parliament. Within the rules say, we get the right as MPs for proposed bills. And now we write for let the government printer. If the law not been say, then for Gazetta. Like I don't send them to AYV say when I publish. Go on again newspaper. But unfortunately, the law say Gazette, published in the National Gazette. Yanda na government controller. And it's important. Now that's how they tell people. Important because the next government go can. Instead of do the same thing block. Say no opposition no they can bill yanda.
So that they block you bill?
Who don't know?
You say at some point you ask why they not print and then tell you say they get instruction not for printer. How that they block the bill?
Of course now government circles because now they control the government printers. They might even tell me this last time. Say I know they even take an eye on this thing. I don't know the last time so they then scold her. 2018. Remember the bill. The first one where I do, 3 months after I did in Parliament, 3 months after, I try for push a private member bill. Then don't lay out everything, correct serial number, everything, receipt. I they go collect. I say, sorry, sir. Okay, call, say no for print. And I say, really? But you see, been too early. I say, we need 2/3 majority for some of them change. La no hala hala, la bia. So the bia now take 3 years. In the
Which advice you want left with President Bill?
Assess and review. Assess and review where we're headed.
He should assess
his economic policy, for assess people the way they work with her and see, look back, they're able to deliver for me 1 year, 8 months from now. Because yes, we the people will evaluate him. We have to.
Okay.
And at that time, we're free. We will debate. Possibly no go on politics no more.
Last week there were publications about you moving from NGC to join the APC and on the former coalition. Are you preparing that stage too?
Beaucoup people want to sell paper. So I see the headlines. They send them to me in a parliament. I say, wow, this man. And they tell me, they say, hey, the paper just they fly. Yeah, people get for sell paper. Me na NGC. Yeah, me and my colleagues then work hard for create a new platform in this country. We committed to them in values and so on. Of course, we see opportunities. I don't talk all. I say 2023 now about strategic alliances.
Okay.
We see opportunities. Why? It go heal the country. You said don't talk. Country divided. We want fair way. We always don't say a grand coalition.
Strategic alliances with the opposition.
Strategic alliances. It could evolve. I know say me leader and chairman and leader of my party, Dennis Bright, in team, and they work very hard. Their issues they care about.
You already have an alliance with the opposition
on issues, for example. It don't take that model.
So will that continue to the elections? Is that what will continue to the elections?
And other leaders of other 13 political parties. Now, wonderful model for the country that they identify 3-4 issues where they say, look, would they put all particular aside? All tribalism aside, would they work together on this one? Really brilliant.
So is that what you move into
you
2023?
Never know. Things evolve, and people begin work together, then elect themselves. They tend to say, you know, in the debate 2018, behold me and you, they think the same way. Let's talk. Let we see how we move Salon before, because we all get genuine interest.
So even if you're not going to APC, people are not going to be surprised if you get strategic alliance with them.
Strategic alliance, very possible. It's very possible. Me convinced saying that the way forward.
With the opposition?
For let we deal with tribalism, for let we deal with some of the issue, the way they divide with this country. Small thing, they don't begin ask, who say you come out? Which party you there? The messenger, then they kill you and say, no, we want to bring people together. So this vision of a grand coalition of progressives from APC, SLPP, C4C, NPD, you name the party there. I just have that dream that you, the young generation, will look beyond region, tribe, and say, look, now the issue matter.
Finally,
now poverty matter, now economic growth and wealth creation and good governance and fighting corruption.
Honorable Yumkela, the strategic alliance where they talk about, possible with the opposition, is that what you're saying?
Oh, everything is on the table. In America, we can say all our cards are on the table. Any combination, any what is in mathematics? I don't know permutation and combinations. Will be named math and CKC. So various combinations possible, like we they put puzzle together.
Okay.
And it all based on values. Some say, look, let's save democracy. We say democracy they're at risk. I don't they listen to them.
Okay.
Why them believe so for can together? And some don't argue, say, look, for let democracy work, you need a good opposition. Otherwise, it will be a dictatorship. All manner, yes, sir.
Okay.
And when you, as I can say, power corrupts, absolute power corrupts. Waiting they make you not get absolute power. If you get an effective opposition, where every now and again they tell the executive arm and the president, say, no, you don't have the power to do this. It's ultra virus. Okay. If you not get that, now, yes, man, the whole nation, then you get a dictatorship.
Thank you very much. In September, the commissioner talk and a press conference talk about a recovery of some funds. People them with the pay. Who don't them people with the pay?
You see, Lamrana, I will again tell you here, because this question keeps coming, and some people don't even approach me that they don't do a letter to the commissioner asking for the details. As I sit here, as I tell you, I don't know.
You don't know the people with the pay?
I don't know the people. Even as I know that institution, they pay.
Which institution?
Well, I also do not know.
Mr.
This
Sandy,
is the information. This is the information.
No, Mr. Sandy.
You ask me that this year.
Yeah, yes, it's on Monday, and you promise us that you'll get the detail
but the point
and
is,
go make unto we.
No,
Mr. Sandy,
wait.
you say people are with the pay anti-corruption. must get receipt of either payment,
certainly,
or they must make their names known. These are the individuals. This is a matter of a public interest. How people are going to pay with your money, where allegedly they don't take, they don't misuse, then we can't know. Or ourselves when they investigate, they don't know.
No, me not. Well, the ACC. Well, let me tell you, I'm not saying we don't know. I, Patrick Sandy, are not privy to that information.
So from Monday,
and I am trying.
Patrick
Deputy
Sandy,
Commissioner not been there.
From Monday, where we host you now, Mr. Sandy, you went to the commission. Still, you're able to get information as important as this for let the public know.
No, well, I did still tell you. And then tell the people of Sierra Leone that information will be made known to them. But Patrick Sandy sitting here, I will have to go in search to get the information. I'll not be able to get the information from the authorities.
So what's in the commission then procedure or systems as to people who pay money back to the commission? As is it an information? We've seen times when I don't publish people names of individuals where they pay.
Oh, certainly.
So why from September even the commissioner did not mention the name of the people who are paying?
Yeah, but
until now this has been a very public interest, an issue where the public gets interested.
No, yes.
So why are you not disclosing the name?
Well, the point is, I say, Lamrana, if I have the information, I'll tell you. And I will make sure.
But Mr. Sandy, this is over 3 or 4 days. We hosted you here and you promised
I make sure that information gets to you people and the public. And I'm also telling you, a lot more people have made efforts to reach to the commission.
So why is the commission, with all those efforts, why is the commission not bringing it out?
The commission will get.
So another treats the people.
How you go say so?
The public needs to know.
No, yes.
When I don't indict, Mr. Sandy, this is an issue. You've indicted 5 people, 6 people, where they go, wait for begin appear in a court on the 10th. Then there are people who've been paying even before this indictment. In September, like I said, the commissioner mentioned this in press conference. And there's been public interest from that day as to who are paying. And the commission is not telling the public.
I will tell you that the commission will tell the public.
Until when?
Well, I will tell you that the commission will tell the people. Let me not take as if there is
no, but
there
now
is something.
They cause suspicion.
No,
you not think now they cause suspicion into all of this?
No, listen. What they say, if the information is made available, I will let the public know.
No, but you not the director of
so
public
that is
education.
the more reason why I tell you now say that I have to go aggressively and get the information and let the public.
So who is holding on to the information?
No, but you have several people where you get the finance department will know, but it's not about anybody holding on.
No, imagine
it is about.
You're a director. You're a director. You're at a very senior management level at the Anti-Corruption Commission. We can go send a request to the finance department, say I need this information because the public wants to know it.
I will definitely do that. Trust me, I will definitely do that.
So again, at the counter the point, we all said you here on Monday. Same question came. You promise and you say people and all right. I've seen it publicly. People have been asking publicly.
Exactly.
So why is the commission not disclosing these names?
No, well, the commission has not responded. Not to say the commission why he has not responded.
No, I'm saying on Monday we all said and you promised.
No, because I'm not able to reach to the individuals for get the information.
So from Monday to today Wednesday. No, you're not able to get access to anybody.
I'm not able to get the information, yes.
So is it that we treat this seriously or not disclose information?
No, we are treating it very seriously. But I just want to tell you, see, the public will get the information definitely in due course.
When?
In due course.
In due course can be any other time. It can be any time.
You see, Lamrana,
no, but
Lamrana,
you agree say it creates a lot of suspicion around this whole Chancery case. There's been a lot of suspicion about because there's a political person who is involved in this.
Oh yeah, no, that is what they are people that they really point at.
But now they create the suspicion now.
But that is what I am saying. That we'll come to the public and let them know clearly whether the person then thinks whether or not.
I just think, say, Patrick Sandy, when the director of public outreach and public education, outreach and public education, for able off-air tell we these and these are the people who are paying.
No, certain information. Let me tell you.
Is this a sensitive information?
No, it is.
The name of people who are paying to the commission.
No, insofar me concerned,
it's a sensitive.
I am told what happens.
It's a sensitive.
They tell you yes.
It's a sensitive information.
They tell you, Lamrana.
How? Because when I don't publish names of people who
what I am saying, you should understand. I have told you first of all, me not to the investigator. I am not part of the investigating team. I am not even a member of that team. Whatever I get is what I tell the public. So if, like the times where you
So
ask me question, listen. Let us understand this. You are taking it as if, yes, I did so. There are certain times they raid. I don't know until when you said, listen, I'm
the
coming.
point I'm making,
So
this is not the first time I'm asking you this question.
This specific one, I have still not been given the information.
So someone is holding on to the information. It means, because if there has been an indictment, when I don't charge go court, when I don't mention the names of people when I don't charge go court, then what makes it more sensitive not for tell the public, the people where they pay back money when I say then they
Well,
pay.
that is what I am telling you. Now I tell you, see, in so far me concerned, I will try to get the information and let the public know. But as I speak here, I don't still get it.
Okay.
Not to you, don't ask me this question. I was in the media retreat.
Okay.
They asked me, you understand?
And that was over the weekend.
You asked me here.
That was over the weekend.
You understand?
And I asked you on Monday.
Insofar I am concerned, yes, insofar I'm concerned, I don't have the. Once I have it, I know say it's meant for public consumption, I will let the public know. And I don't have it, how would I go tell you?
The commissioner recently, but I'm surprised that the director
until I tell this information.
Now you not request for the information.
I'm not able to request.
You accuse Alfonso say take money for doing.
But this is what Alfonso they do now for it. Alfonso they tell me where they grumble. Hey, they're not giving the money. Hey, this the minister know it's right. They got now they can't see down here.
So let me tell you, if
Anyway,
someone accused of money, now make her establish.
However,
not coming to a civil society. In just scanning, not even 4-5 years itself. He just scan a civil society. When they sack and
where they accuse you say now because of money.
Yeah, these are issues where now make us say you are start must prove. You don't understand.
But this man,
no, educate the public. Not they talk. So when it makes sense.
Hey, but me talk they make
so
sense. Me get proof there.
Like
you know
they accuse me of money. Now find evidence for Kego na ACC. Find evidence.
No,
find one.
Let me tell you what civil society does.
Find one.
Let me tell you what
civil
wait, what civil
No, you don't have to talk.
No, of course, we definitely will get programs.
No, they corrupt money away, they talk. We don't share.
No, get my.
In this instance,
you
see, if it not come where we did it. Okay, let me tell Lamrana. He always do the unconventional something. In NATCOM, now me and Sano go big for her. Me and Saul Amin, and they say this publicly. This man and get board meeting, he record them secretly.
Lies.
Hold on, you understand?
Lies.
We not to tell for do.
Okay.
Now NATCOM, now credible institution where they talk, so they call the name. If now lie NATCOM, now come forward for saying a lie, they lie.
Okay.
Then since the salary for 2 months.
No.
Now me and my colleague, Saul Amin, now we go there. You understand? You understand, eh? I they tell you.
Big lie.
Sano, it's not like Alfonso.
No.
Let me tell you what happened. I don't want let Alfonso pull we from what you do.
Yes, no, they can't
tell you no more way they talk. So you always they do the unconventional.
At NATCOM, where are they NATCOM? Me and one person and say, let's go by the process.
Alfonso been go big for you.
Yes, me Saul
One day, they only tell Alfonso they go under, then will attack me. How on earth we go there under? Anyway, it's not necessary. How on earth you go there under? You go go. Civil society go just kind of document, and then they want left funding come. I say no. Let we vet this thing.
It never be for me.
But listen to me. Now that's me.
It never be for me and NATCOM. Me.
No, go to NATCOM.
No, go there.
Now that's make I tell them. We don't get sponsorship manual. As I left NATCOM now, we don't get a policy for sponsorship because we just want people engagement. And that's the way I agree. Now in the vex.
Well, look, you see,
let's come back to the original discussion. The discussion about money. You accuse Alfonso say don't collect money.
Yes, exactly.
Ask say, you Alfonso don't mix. Don't share money.
No, let him talk. Yes, let him talk.
Let me tell you something.
Always na Sano habit. If we the former minister,
let me ask. Can you give civil society money for defend person?
Can I say something?
Answer the question.
Alfonso, allow him. Let me ask, please.
Normally, what happens in Sierra Leone? As a civil society, one get programs, one get money. You understand? What thing can happen? If they label it, if they see the wrong things if they happen. Hence, if they get that money, and not they talk nothing. And you went at the civil society, we go and pull it out. It go join the ministry.
So you're guilty of that?
No, I've never done it in my life. It go join the civil society. It go join the ministry or the MDA for make sure say they hit you.
But there are times when you say don't defend institution. Then
no, Lamrana, let me come.
No,
Lamrana, let me come.
Institution, not genuinely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Lamrana, let me come.
No, we come. I want to ask you.
Lamrana, let me just clear this. Yes, clear this. You understand, eh? For me, Dr. Moina Seng getting education. No one day get project.
Okay.
Up to what they talk so. One day. The money where they talk or monitor, that was a letter written to us. Because me and him, when they do the exam at practice, 3 organizations the day. Education for All, Il Salo and me. And we monitor was and Beke. Or put monitors all over the country. Whether money they yet for pay, you don't understand, eh?
Okay.
That's not genuine.
Or I never share money for defense.
Don't let him talk because I
Well,
ain't assert.
ask you, sir.
You assert must
No,
prove.
they ask you, sir.
That one
You
they-
said so civil society can behave.
Okay. No, let call the group.
You said a civil society.
Okay.
Civil society.
Okay, in me, it has never happened. Yeah, wait. It has never happened.
You never receive money for defense.
No, but this one, that make I don't get the easy say, go no more education if I get projects. Eh?
Okay.
But what is another they do, you understand, eh? We send them just come. Yeah? This free quality. Now you saw government on and they talk all. As he get that project to that man approve, now they didn't pass.
Okay. No. It's like kuna they accuse
last say something.
Now don't pass company.
First thing, I left the free quality education project when Timbobi did it. Let no lie per me.
Okay.
But wait,
no, making points. Quickly,
7 months. And where you go, now me, Alfonso Canto, say, brah, put me there. Me one day. I say, okay, Alfonso.
Never.
I was the leader. Now I come in. Number 2,
now you can make
education. Society. Now me Canto. You know this, brah.
Well, thank you very much for staying with us and watching the program. We're able to show all of the interviews and where we get all of the issues and we'll discuss. But that's not a fair share of some of the people that we host at the program, yeah, from parliament, government, opposition, civil society, public service, the fight against corruption and all that. So that's not the throwback of 2021, the issues them who deal with, some of the interesting one them, the argumentative one them, everybody holding to their points. But very sure you've enjoyed it, and we really look forward to getting some of them people here or more people in public service for come and talk to we inside 2022. And like I said earlier, where we start, now that this year we want to look at how we go suggest some of the people that will forget now the show, how we could try to get them, let them come and answer to questions them. We go come up from we and questions them we ourselves go contribute now the program. But thanks very much for sitting and watching Hot Seat. Let's meet back next week. Me, Amadu Lamrana. Thanks to the production team who helped for put this program together. Continue for watching.